So, okay, so water files. First, we want to understand water files, and first, files are named location on disk to store related information. Okay, so water files are named location on disk. Disk is what? Disk is basically your storage system. So every computer or every mobiles have some storage location that is called as, in case of laptop, it is called as hard drives. So you can say that hard drive or pen drives or compressed disks. So these are basically the disk to store related information. So files are named location. For computer, they are just locations, but in reality, they are document that store some information, and they are used to permanently store data in non-volatile memory. So now the topic, it is saying you that they are used to permanently store data. So is it clear to everyone? Permanently store data means your in files your data will be permanently stored up to the time you didn't delete it. Okay, and it is telling you that this storage is done in non-volatile memory. That is example of these are hard disk. So what is non-volatile memory? I think anybody knows. Does anyone know what is non-volatile memory? So basically, these are basic concepts of computer science. So what are memory and what are non-volatile memory? So memory is yeah. Can anyone answer me non-volatile memory?
which cannot be destroyed.
Yeah, which basically which yeah, you can mute now. Okay, so actually non it is echoing. Please mute your mic. So non-volatile memory is not it is not that you cannot delete it. It is not permanent, but different definition is different for non-volatile memory. So first memory is basically two types. First is volatile memory. So what is volatile memory? Which loses its data when the computer is turned off. So volatile memory is such type of memory which stores the information of temporary means which stores information temporarily. It means that if you turn off your computer, so that information will be destroyed. Okay. So and that is example of this is RAM and CPU register. So what is RAM and CPU registers? I will explain this, but you just need to understand that it loses its data when the computer is turned off. Suppose that I am playing this slide, okay, to teach you. Suppose that suddenly my computer goes off, means it is turned off. Suppose that by any its battery gets discharged and it is turned off. So then some information is basically currently present in RAM, and if it's get turned off, then that information will be destroyed from the RAM. And when you restart the computer again, then the information in RAM will be changed. Okay. Now, second type is non-volatile memory. It means that what are non-volatile memory? They store data in computer permanently. Permanently, it means that when you turn off computer, your data will be not destroyed. Yeah, your data will be destroyed if you delete it. So it is not permanent. It means that your data will be permanent up to the time you don't delete it. So, but if you turn off your computer, your data will be not destroyed. Is this clear to everyone? What is volatile memory and non-volatile memory?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now the example of non-volatile memory is very easy. It is compressed disk. Basically, compressed disk is. I will show the images of this, and SSD, HDD. So these are the non-volatile memory. Floppy disks, and second is compact disk. So I think uh, all of you have seen already what compact disk, and it is in and second is internal hard drive. Internal hard drive is a hard drive that is present inside your computer, and and in um, and in mobile phone or laptop. It is internal hard drive. It means that it is present inside the computer or laptop or mobile phone. External hard drive, they are basically hard drives that you can that you can integrate into your computer by using USB cables. Next is flash drive. Flash drives are basically nothing but pen drive. So, and next is SD card. I think all of you know these. So these are non-volatile memory storage objects. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So why I'm explaining this is because it will be it is these are very basic concepts of computer science, and it is very important you understand these. Then after that you will be get familiar of computer, how computer works basically. So for getting the more information about how computer works, I am just giving you the architecture of how computer works. So it is a brief introduction. Actually, it is very advanced, and we will not go through this in very details. So it is very brief. I'm telling you that if suppose that if you means what is difference that this is a one glass of water, and how computer works is see. Okay, this difference between this. Just this is a very brief introduction. So so first thing is you have your program. Okay, so you have written your program and you run your program. Okay, so I previously told you that compiler base first is Python virtual machine that basically run your program and convert your program to machine instructions. Okay, so that machine instructions is passed inside the microprocessor. So it is called what is microprocessor, I will explain. So it's just think that your program is input for microprocessor, and microprocessor has microprocessor has uh, basically two parts. First is control unit. Okay, control unit is basically does calculation. So calculation like addition, multiplication, deletion, multiplication and subtraction. These type of arithmetic logical operation is done by this arithmetic logic unit. Okay, it is called as control units. And and I told you that microprocessor is two part. First is some logical computational part, and another part is memory. So basically suppose that if suppose that your microprocessor is doing some work, so then it wants some it wants some information to be stored temporarily. Suppose that you are simplifying 2 plus 2 divided by 2. So there will be some intermediate result that should be stored. So that information is basically stored inside these registers of primary or primary registers or primary storage. Basically, primary storage is your RAM. Okay, so this microprocessor or CPU directly interacts with your RAM, that is random access memory, and it is non-volatile memory. I told you that if you turn off your computer, your data will be destroyed. So this microprocessor calculate some information and store some intermediate result into the main memory, that is RAM, and then it writes that data into storage, secondary storage are what? They are basically um, they are basically the hard drive. I told you that they are basically non-volatile memory. Okay, so first microprocessor does calculation. It stores information in main in RAM, and then it transform that information to the what? To the secondary storage, that are basically non-volatile storage, that are hard drive, solid state drive, and compact disk. Okay, and then after that, um, after the storage finish and your calculation finish, it gives you output. So output can be in your screen or communication devices. Suppose that what is communication devices? Suppose that your computer is connected with some radio or some another things, then that communication device will be that data will be passed to the communication device. In case of, if you can see the output on the screen or some communication devices. Is this clear to everyone? Hello,
Yes, sir.
is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
If you have any doubt, you can ask me, I can repeat. So it is very important that you understand this concept. The simple this is brief introduction about how computer works. So if anybody is facing any doubt, please ask. So I'm assuming that you don't have any doubt, and we are moving to the next point. So next is file handling in Python. So I told you that our today's topic is file handling in Python. So basically there are three steps to be handled in case of file. So suppose that what are files? I told you that these are some document that is stored permanently in your computer. So what is the procedure? What are the three basic steps to follow when handling file? So first is opening the file. Obviously, first you will open the file. Second will be reading the file or writing the file, and third will be what? Closing the file. So these are basically three information that we perform in case of file. First is opening, reading or writing. So you can okay, so you can say that reading or writing. So steps to follow when handling file are opening the file, reading and writing the file, closing your file. Now, um, before going to these three steps, so let's I want to show you what is the meaning of this opening the file. Suppose that I want to handle some code or some file. Suppose that we have some file here like class Python for programmers and codes. I put all your code here. So if I ask you what are these, so these are what? These are files.
Yes.
These are files, and whenever we do some information, whenever we want to change something in file, first we does what? First we do what? We open the file, then we read or write that file. Okay, so first we will open this file, and Next, we will read or write this file. And what will be the next step?
Close the file.
Close this file. So these are the basic three steps that we perform in file. So before going to this, I want to explain one more thing that is called as folder or directory. So I think all of you have heard file, but directory, I think not all of you have heard already the directory word. So directory is folder. Okay, it is also called as folder. So which stores the file. So files are what? File is any document stored in computer to store information, and directory is what? Okay. So before going to the directory, I want to explain some more information. All the files have types. Okay. So all the files have types. Suppose that I'm going to the my folder downloads. You can see that there are lots of types of files here. So this is a svg dot svg. It means that it is an image, and this is you can see that here there is a word type. So it is chrome type document. It means that it's a html document. This is jpg file. It means that it is an image. It is an image. And then is png file. It means that it is an image. So then it is xlsx. It means that it's an excel file. Now we have mp4 file that will be obviously in video. And next we have webm file, that is basically video. So these are basically types of files. So all the file has types. So I told you all the files have types, which is identified by its extension. So I told you that all the files have type, and which will be identified by its extension. So what was extension? The extension was basically the uh, last last character in the name of file. So you can see that in case of Python day one lecture dot mp4, means after dot it is mp4. So it is extension of file. So it tells you that this is a mp4 file. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Suppose that I'm renaming it. Okay, I'm renaming any file. Suppose that I'm renaming this file. Um, okay, I am just renaming the extension of these files. Previously it was what? Previously it was PNG, and now I'm converting it into JPEG. Right? You'll see that it will show you warning. If you rename a file name extension, the file might become unusable. It means that it is not a better practice to rename the file extension, because file extension are always generated by programs. Okay, so you should not change the extension of file. It is generated by programs. So if what will happen if I change the extension of file? Suppose that I have changed. So now it is opening. Suppose that I am doing another change. I converted it to mp4. Now you can see that what will happen. It will be opened like a can't play. Okay, you can see that it is 1 minute. Please hold for 1 minute. So I told you that all the file have extensions. That is, all the file have types which is identified by its extension. So you should never change the extension of the file. It is generated by programs. So and again, the extensions are called as file extension. Okay, is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now the
Yes,
second,
sir.
now the second is directory. So what are directory? These are folders. Okay, the folders, often referred to as directories, are used to recognize file on your organized file. Okay, not recognize, organized files on your computer. So directory is basically the okay, used to organize your files in your computer. So I will explain what is directory in the next slide. So no, no. The next is I told you that the folders, often or referred to as directories, are used to organize files on your computer. So organization means that it's tell computer that what is the path of your files. Okay, suppose that if you are opening a file, so computer, how computer recognize that file? First, it recognize that file by extension, and one more thing is before accessing that file, computer needs the location of that file. So that location is basically maintained by directories. Is this clear to everyone? Location of files are maintained by directory. So I told you that I used one word path. So first I want to explain what is path. A path is the general form of the name of file or directory. Okay, so it is nothing but it is simply the general form of the name of a file or directory. See, so a general form of the name of file or directory specifies a unique location in a file system. So every computer or mobile or laptop or anything have a storage or a file location system. Okay, so in suppose that I am using a Windows machine, I'm using a Windows laptop, and Windows laptop has a file location system that basically needs that basically works on the path. Okay, so we have path, and that path is used to recognize your location of file. So a path points to a file system location by following the directory tree hierarchy expressed in a string of characters in which path components separated by delimiting character represent each direct. So you will get confused. I am skipping this. Okay. So example, suppose in case of Windows, I am showing you one path, that is this is path. Okay, that is C, then colon, then it is forward slash, then users, then Anand dot Kumar. So this is an example. This is an example of a path. So when you see any file, suppose that I'm going to the this file. So you can see that this is a path. What is this? This is a path, and it's a path of it is a path, and it basically denotes your folder day 2. So when you go back, this is a day 2 folder, and this day 2 folder is the path of this day 2 folder is this, and this day 2 folder contains your all the files. Okay, so this is an example of the path. So I'm copying this here. This is also a part. Okay, now moving to the next point. So what is path? If someone asks you, then you just answer that this is a string, okay, which basically used to identify the location of file or directory. Okay, so next is how the directory. I told you that all the system, all the system have a file location system. Okay, so and it is a file look. Suppose that it is a file location system. Suppose that I in my machine in my Windows laptop. Suppose that this is an example of my Windows laptop file location system. So this example, you can see that in this example we have a directory D1. Inside this directory we have folders D1, D11 directory, D12 directory, D13 directory, and D14 directory. And inside this directory we have folders F1, F2, F3, and in this D12 we have F4. And so these are folders, these are directories, this is also directory. And always the first is it, and this tree, this is called a directory tree because it took like a tree. That's why it is called a directory tree. So always in directory tree, first element is called as root directory. What it is called? Root directory. and and these are the example of directories. Okay, so if we so path of root directory will be what? Path of root directory will be d1 and then d1 then semicolon. Okay, so always when we check the path of any file, then it will be always in respect of this root directory. Okay, so suppose that I we want to get the directory path of d11. So it will be first you identify the root directory, it is d11, then d1, sorry, d1, then you need to write semicolon, then you need to write forward slash, then the name of this folder is what? D11. Similarly for D12, what will be the path? D1 semicolon, then this sign, then D12. So if you similarly if I ask what will be the path of this D14, what will be the path?
D1 slash D14.
D14. Okay. Similarly, in case of this folder, this is this is a file. Okay, these are files, and I am using here siblings. So siblings are basically those files which are inside a common directory. So F7, F8, F9 are inside D14. That is a single folder. Means these are in same folder. That's why they are called as siblings. Okay. So if I ask you that what will be the path of this F1, then you will first you will look into the root directory, that is D1, then D11, and then we will come to the F1. I need to write here F1. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So can anyone tell me what will be the path of this F4? What will be the
D1,
path?
D1
Yeah,
to F4.
F4. So I think this is clear to everyone. Now we are moving to the next point. If you have any doubt, you can ask here.
No, sir.
So I want to give you some real example. So suppose that uh, I want to give the example of this folder. Okay, so if I ask you what this is, d1 is what? A directory. D1 is a directory, D2 is a directory, and what this dictionary example dot py, what is this? This is a what? File.
File.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so Uh, if I ask you, what are these? These are what? Siblings? These are files and these are what? Siblings?
Directories. Yeah.
No, you will not say this directory because these are files. Directory are folders.
There are also
Okay.
files.
These are files and these are sibling also. Why? Because these are inside the same folder. Okay. So these are sibling also. Now I think all of you. So suppose that we are inside a directory D2. Okay. So we have, if I will ask you what will be the path of this file, so you will tell me, you will answer me that, suppose that I am opening a notepad. Okay. So what will be the path of this file? So first you will write the path of this file is, the path of this file is this. Okay. So if I ask you what is the root folder in this path?
D.
D. Okay. So if you want to check the file hierarchy, you just go, if you have Windows 10, so you just go to the folder and then type here cmd. Okay, I have opened cmd and type here tree. Okay, and you can see that it is showing you uh, the directory tree. So first your D is the root element, then it is showing you codes. Inside codes we have D1, D15, D2, D3, D4, D5 folders. These are directories. And then inside D5, inside day 5 directory you have day 5 6. That is another that is a folder. Okay. So this and again you can see that means it will be same like this. So you can see that here codes, inside code we have D1, D2, D3, D4, these folders. You can see that we have D1, D15, D2, table project. It basically don't show you files, it only show you directories. It's only folders. Now so how to analyze a path? So suppose that we have a path C, Windows, System32 and System.ini. Suppose that this is a example. This is an example of a path. So if I ask you what is the root path? Sorry, what is the root element? That is root directory. So what is the root directory? C,
C.
and Windows is uh, suppose that this is parent directory of System32. So uh, I missed one example. One more thing is that, so in case of any directory, if any direct the just preceder. Okay, so it is, if you are taking the example of D11, then D1 will be called as its parent directory, and this is D11, D12, D13 and D4 are child directory of D1. So D1 is parent of D11, D12, D13 and D14, and similarly F1, F2, F1, F2, F3 are child directory of child of D11.
D1.
Okay, so uh, if I ask you what is,
P1.
if I ask you what is the parent directory of D13, so what will you answer?
D1.
D1.
Yeah. So similarly, you can see that it is telling that Windows is parent directory of System32. Okay, and subdirectory of C. So subdirectory is nothing but child directory. So subdirectory of C and child of C. It is telling that child of C. Again, if you take the example system 32, this is what is current directory. I will explain this. Just you can see that this is child of Windows, this is child of Windows and subdirectory of Windows. And current directory is nothing but your current working directory. Current working directory, that if you are opening this file, it means that you are inside this folder, system 32. So that's why it is called as current working directory. Suppose that I want to open this file. I want to open this file. Then I am inside this folder. So this folder is called as current working directory. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now these are basic concepts of programming. That's why I am teaching you. And after completion of this, we will move to the programming part. Okay. So to get the current working directory in Python, you need to write the code import os and then os.get current working directory. That is os.get cwd. So it is short form of current working directory. What is import os? I will explain. I will explain this later. What is import os? Just you need to type import os and os.get current working directory to get the current working directory in Python. So suppose that I am inside this folder and I am writing a program. Okay. So if I am programming in file example.py, so you can see that file example.py is present in which folder? Days 15. So file example is present in day 15 folder. So what will be the current working directory?
Day 50.
This yeah, day 15. This whole path will be current working directory path. Okay. So if I run this program, what should be the output? You can see that it is d uh, live class Python for beginners codes day 15, and it is telling you file example dot py. So current working directory, in case of current working directory, it is also giving you the file path. So you don't get confused. You don't get confused with this. Just your current working directory is what? Up to this d live class Python for beginners codes and day 15. You can, I am copying this. That's why you can verify these two. So copying this and copy this. You will see that these are basically same, but just writing this is different in case of Python and in case of Windows. So this basically this character will be replaced by this character. Okay. So there is only difference of forward and backward slash. So don't confuse with this, but file location is same. D live class Python for beginners codes day 15. Similarly, D live class Python for beginners code day 15. So by this way, you will get the current working directory. Similarly, if you open the command prompt, you can also get the current working directory by typing D. Sorry. We need to type first Python, then I don't want to with the. Okay, so suppose that basically you can see that this is the current working directory. D live class Python for beginners is the current working directory. So is this clear to everyone how to get the current working directory in Python?
Yes, sir.
Now file handling in Python. So I told you that we have three parts. First is opening the file, reading the file or writing the file. Then third is closing the file. So first is opening the file. So you will write the syntax of this is like this. My file is equal to open file path. So you need to provide the file path and then mode of opening. So mode of opening can be what? Either you can reading, writing, and then third one is appending. So there are lots of mode of opening. So I will be just covering three. So first, this is the syntax, and file path is basically absolute or relative path of the file. So I think all of you know the path, but there are two types. There are two types of path. That is, first is exact path, and or that is also called as physical path, or second is relative path. So what is relative path? You don't need to think about. Just skip this. Okay. So forget this line. Just you think file path is path of the file. And again, the next we have the syntax. My file is equal to open, then file path, and then mode of opening. So we have different type option for mode of opening. So first, R value is used for opening in read mode. So you will pass R, and you can see that this is inside double quotes. Inside, you need to write inside double quote. So this is basically a string, and you need to pass this string value is used for opening the file in read mode. Read mode means simply, if I am opening the file, if I am opening this file in read mode, then you cannot modify this file. You can only read this file. You cannot write inside this file, or you cannot delete this file. So opening in read mode is that you are just reading the file. And next is W is used for W value is used for opening the file in write mode. So whenever you open a file in write mode, then if you write something on the file, then what will happen? Firstly, if any data is present in the file previously, then all the data will be erased. Means all the data will be deleted from that file. And then if you are writing, then means then it will write on that file. So what will happen if you open a file in write mode? First, it will, suppose that I have opened this file in write mode. So first it will delete all the data from this file. Then it will start writing something. If you are writing something, then it will start writing. So your previous data will be deleted. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now there is one more mode, that is called as A mode. So A mode is nothing but A value is used for opening the file in, not in write mode, in append mode. So append mode is when you open a file in append mode, then if you write something, previous data will be not deleted, and it will start writing from the next line. Or suppose that it will start writing from here. Suppose that I want to write here welcome, then it will start writing from here. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, was append. So this was basic file handling example, and we need to practice on it. So now you can see that I have a code file example.py, and I'm writing here my file. So I have added a file here. You can see that I have added a file messages.txt. When you open this file, okay. So when you open this file, it will there is nothing. Welcome to Read My Course. My name is Anand, and Read My Course in educational platform is written inside this file. So I will open this file one by one in different mode. First will be read mode, then will be write mode, and then will be append mode. Okay. So what was the syntax? My file is equal to open. Then you need to pass location of the file, and then you need to pass what? First, I'm opening the file in read mode. Then I need to pass here what? R. So opening the file in read mode. Now I need to pass here path. There are three ways. I told you that first was relative path and second was absolute path, or that is also called as physical path. So what is the path of this message? So first is, so suppose that I'm, so okay, so okay, so what is the path of this file? I'm renaming this, I'm pasting here. D live class Python for beginners. You can see that Python for beginners codes, then day 15, and then message.text. This is the absolute path. What is this? Absolute path, or also called as vertical path. Now we have one, I told you that one relative path. So that relative path is always related to the current working directory. So if our current working directory, so first I am opening the path in absolute using the absolute path. So don't get confused. First I am just passing this inside our program. Okay. Now first part is open the file, and when you open the file you need to write close here to close the file. And first part was open the file, and then we need to read this file. So for reading we use for data in my file dot read line. What is read lines, or I will explain this. Just I am writing print data. Okay, and then if you read, now we have read the data and we need to close the file. So these were the basic three these are basic three steps we follow when we handle the file. So first we need to open, then we need to read, then we need read or write, then we need to close the file. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm running this program. Now you can see that it is giving you welcome to Read My Course. My name is Anand, and Read My Course is an educational platform that was written inside this file. It is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I open that file using solute path or physical path. Now I will open this file in copying this, and I am commenting this. Okay. So next time opening this file, opening this file using relative path. So relative path are always with respect to the current working directory. So our current working directory is day 15, and with related to this, where is our file? In this folder, then we just need to pass the name of the file. So what is our names? My message.text. So we will, if we will use physical relative path, then we just need to pass the name of the file. In case of if the file is present in the current working directory. Why it is saying that message.text? Okay, it is giving me error. So I will explain this how you need to actually. I think in Python, in Python, it is not present. So okay, I will explain this later. Okay, what how to use the relative path in case of Python. So now first I given don't confuse with this. I am clearing this. Okay, so just focus on physical absolute path. Okay, so our program was using the absolute path. So it is giving us my file is equal to open this file in read. We open the file in the read mode. Then I will open the file in write mode. So I told you that in case of write mode, what will happen first it will delete all the data from the file. So suppose that we have opened the same file. We have opened the same file in the write mode. So we are first we need to pass here. So I am not deleting this. I am commenting this. I can share this code. So, suppose that I am opening this file in write mode. Now I'm writing some data here. My file dot write lines. Okay, so I'm writing here something. Suppose that I'm writing here. Uh, Today is Monday. Today is Monday. Now, after writing, I am closing the file and running our program. Now you can see this file. What is inside this? Today is Monday. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
All that previous data has been deleted. Suppose that I am writing here. Again, you can see the output. Welcome to read my course. Suppose that it was written previously. Okay. I'm closing this file and I'm running this program again and open this file. Previous data has been deleted and it is showing you today is Monday. Now the next is opening the file in append mode. So it was opening the file in write mode. Now opening the file in append mode. Now, okay, someone has asked anything. Okay, Shreya has asked what does wave scraping mean. So wave scraping is nothing but it is getting the data from the website. Suppose that we have a website, Wikipedia. Okay, so Wikipedia, and we want to get some data from the Wikipedia. So in that case, we write the program. Suppose that I am passing here English. So I am searching. Suppose that here Google. Now you can there are two ways. If you can directly open the file, open this website and pass Google here. Okay, and click this button. It will show you information about Google. But There are another way that is called as web scraping, by which programmatically you can pass this Google inside this Wikipedia page, and you can extract this information from this page. So this is called as web scraping. So we will cover that. This is basically beginner course. We will not cover that, and we will cover that on advanced courses. Okay. So our topic was to append the to open the file in append mode. So this is very simple. Just write here a, and I am writing here my file dot write lines. Today is Monday. So what was written here previously? Suppose that I am writing here with my family. Okay. And saving this. Now run this program. Okay. Now open this file. You can see that after read my course today Monday appended. Previous data is not deleted. Is this clear to everyone? Hello?
No, sir.
No. Actually, I told you that in append mode, what we do in append mode, a value is used for opening the file in append mode. In append mode, we when we write in the file means append mode is used for both. Uh, Append mode is basically use the file in in writing in the means it is used for writing, and when you write in the write anything inside the file in append mode, then previous data will not be deleted. Suppose that our previous data was welcome to read my codes, welcome to read my codes, and I am saving this. So now I'm running. What we are doing here, first we are opening the file in the append mode, and then we are writing here today is Monday, and we are closing this file, and I'm running this program. So now after running the program, you can see the output. Welcome to read my course, and today is Monday is appended. Previous data is not deleted. Is this clear to everyone? Okay, so these are basically three modes of file opening. So I will explain these in details in next class. So if you have any doubt in today's class, you can ask.